Good day all, Nancy Harvey with Opargo, solving patient scheduling dilemmas today. For those of us who've scheduled appointments, we know what a delicate balance it is. You have to take the objectives of the practice, the rules and preferences of each provider into consideration when scheduling. If you're lucky, you have a scheduling cheat sheet that looks a little bit like this. We have the providers of the practice across the top, and then down along the side, we have each condition that your practice treats and whether or not each provider treats that condition. We're also taking into consideration the different locations that each one of the provider goes to. For many, it looks a little bit more like this with a sticky note matrix. I'm going to show you how Opargo transforms both to automate the scheduling rules. You can see that some of the patient's information has been pulled into Opargo via a real-time integration with your practice management system. First, you'll see an alert specific to this patient's insurance. Let's take a look at how we can automate some of those provider preferences and practices goals at the time of scheduling. We can see that Dr. Dodge sees both new acute injuries and new patients with high blood pressure. If we navigate over to Dr. Bricker, we can see that Dr. Bricker only sees new patients with acute injury and not that same high blood pressure visit. Where Dr. Coe is the opposite. He only sees that new patient high blood pressure visit and not that acute injury. We can see that Marissa Dennis referred this patient. Marissa's patients receive priority appointments in our clinic. Let's get this patient scheduled for that high blood pressure visit. We can put in some additional notes about the visit. Now we want to search for the first available appointment. Here on the Best Fit page, we've returned appointments in prioritization order based upon the objectives of your practice. Now let's find a time that works for the patient. Patient, we have availability as early as tomorrow morning at 10 o'clock. Will that work for you? You bet. Okay, well let's get that scheduled. The confirmation page is returned by your practice management system once the appointment has landed on its appointment schedule. All of your downstream activity in your practice management and EMR will stay intact because that appointment looks just like you scheduled it in your system to begin with. I much prefer the 3 easy screen workflow scheduling in Opargo versus the old school way. One of the coolest things about scheduling in Opargo is if someone gets mad about the way that patient's visit was scheduled, they can get mad at us. Get in touch with me if you would like to strategize on some of the scheduling concerns that you have in your practice. I'm certain that Opargo can help.